Google educators. Today, using the student data tracking sheet that was set up already for you with some data, we're going to learn how to text wrap our sheet, alternate colors, freeze column 1 and 2 so that as you scroll, those columns don't move, sort classes A to Z or Z to A, create a chart based on some of our data, and be able to share the chart. So first things first, we're going to make sure we select the whole chart by clicking the little square underneath our formula icon. Once we've done that, we can go to our text wrap option, and we actually want to select the wrap. What this does is it makes your text consolidate so that instead of overflowing to the next section, it stays in one column. For alternating colors, we go to Format, and we choose Alternating Colors. I'm feeling like blue is a good color today, so I'm going to go with that option. This helps so that when you're looking at data very quick, you can see the colors and the person associated with them or the piece of data associated with them. I'm going to exit out of Alternating Colors. And now I'm going to freeze my column 1 and my row 1. So right at the top here, you'll see that the lines are slightly thicker. If I bring 1 over, that's going to freeze my column 1 so that as I go through all the rest of my columns, it stays where I can see it, but my other information moves. I also want to freeze my row 1. So I drag down the thicker row. This helps so when I scroll up or down, my top row stays the same. Now you can move these further or less, go put it back up. I'm going to keep it in row 1 and column 1 for my student data tracking. For average, for week 1 and 2, I'm going to select the section of data I want to find an average for and click my functions key, average. This will input the whole formula that maybe you have memorized, maybe you don't, and you press enter. It calculates the whole section of week 1 averages in the box below. Same thing for week 2, function, average, enter. Now that I have my averages, I want to go ahead and order my class so that I can see the numbers in students in alphabetical order. So I'm going to sort A to Z. You can also sort in descending order with Z to A. Now that I have that organized, I want to get kind of fancy just to make some graphics, since in math, I'm going over data collection with my students. So I'm going to collect my information from column B and column C by holding down the Shift key so that I can select multiple columns. Once I've selected those 2 columns, and you want to hold down the Shift key so that'll select multiple, we're going to go to Insert and select Chart. The default chart that it creates is a line chart. I can drag my line chart over to the side so I can still see my other information, or I can choose a different chart type by clicking on the chart type option. If I choose the suggested, I have alternating colors. I can also do a plot, scatter plot. I can do smooth lines, which is blending really awfully, so I'm going to go with their suggested. A last feature you can do with your chart is when you click on it, you get 3 vertical dots. This is a common symbol in Google that there are more options. By clicking this, I can edit, delete, save it, publish it, copy it, move it to its own sheet, or I can go ahead and just click it and get those other options to customize specific parts. Now I'm going to go ahead and share my sheet with either a collaborator who I would type in their name here and click edit, or get my shareable link. And maybe I want them to only view it, maybe comment or edit. It depends on your needs.